screening, as well as the Robotech presentation panel on R&D projects. But I just want to let you know that the convention has notified me that they're having audio problems with this room. I didn't notice it earlier because I was doing a tutorial on Photoshop, so obviously nobody noticed the thing, but the previous panel noticed the issue. So if it can't be solved in time for the DVD player being set up, we may have to move into the next panel we were over. So just letting you guys know. We're gonna just keep it going for a few more minutes, just so in case any latecomers who come in won't wonder where everybody went. But anyway, thank you. Thank you for making it here. Wanted to thank you for all, especially when this is going on with that whole reg line going on upstairs. In terms of, maybe we can do a little bit of Q&A now, so we can get that out of the way. So maybe if we're short on time after the screening, you'll have some of your questions out of the way. Do you want to start right away? Any questions early on? Or do you want to wait to see Carl Masek's Robotech Universe and then maybe, okay. Just to give you a little bit of background on what Carl Masek's Robotech Universe is, how many of you know who Carl Masek is? Okay, many of you may not realize that AOD in 2010 was one of the last public speaking events Carl had ever attended. And fortunate for us, he was working on a project at the time called the Robotech Minute. And he wanted to interview the cast and crew of Robotech. And it's a little bit of irony. What happened was the gentleman who worked with him most closely on Robotech, who was Robert Barron, who was the supervising director of the series, had passed away not too long ago. And Carl was concerned that the folklore and history of how Robotech came to be was starting to disappear, be lost to the ages. And so he decided to start contacting all the cast and crew and inviting them. He wanted to do a making of Robotech because it had never been done before. And lo and behold, the irony of it all is that he himself passed away while he was in the middle of setting this all up. Luckily for us, this gentleman right here with the camera, Memo here, had attended virtually everything that Carl had been doing. And one of the things that was invaluable to us, not only did he capture Carl's interviews, but he had also recorded Carl discussing a lot of his intentions, his hopes, what he wanted the Robotech Minute to accomplish. And with the help of this gentleman here, we were able to actually complete the work with Keith Maxwell, who had produced our making of Shadow Chronicles documentary. And so hence we're going to get around to showing that when as soon as the room is ready. Yes, thank you for this gentleman. It's interesting that it's somber over what we had lost, but at the same time very humorous. Discovering all these inside stories and interesting things about Robotech that we had never known before. And one of the things is at the very end of the documentary, it's going to give a little glimpse and hint into the next Robotech project we're working on, of course, something that Carl had also initiated the concept behind, something he had wanted to do for very, very many years. So we'll cover that. Anyway, if you've got any questions for that, we're going to give away a couple of the prizes that we have here. You might notice some stuff here, some of the new products that have come out. This is from A&E Entertainment. This is the new home video set that's from A&E. It contains all 85 digitally remastered episodes and the most DVD extras to date, about over 10 hours. This is the new Robotech TPBs coming out in China. They've actually printed all the Robotech comic series to date, the most recent ones, like the prequel to the Macross Saga, the prequel to the Shadow Chronicles, and these are presently out in China. And this was actually done, the artwork was done by this gentleman right here at Longbow, very talented artist, and also internet entrepreneur. And this is the new soundtrack release that we've got out, which is a 25th anniversary EP. Something we started doing, this is actually unique, is we were thinking of doing some kind of gargantuan 25th anniversary release. But one of the things we discovered while doing the remastering of the audio work, we had actually discovered master tapes that we had not seen in 20 years. We thought they were lost forever. And we actually found the original recording sessions, not just master tapes of the final stuff, but the recording sessions in which you can hear the musicians bickering among one another. You can hear the engineer saying, all right, take one, you know, and all that stuff. We've actually taken some of that, you know, in here. And so you get a glimpse into what it's like to be in a recording studio with some of the musicians and artists. And this is excellent. And this very first one has alternate versions of We Will Win, including guitar solos that had never been published, and some of, let's see, it also has the additional third verse that Alfio Minucci had written but had never been released, you know, on TV or in soundtrack form before. So that's that. And let's see, the other item that we have here. Our new Robotech anniversary calendar. This had not been in print since 1996. We haven't had a calendar in print since then, but we've got both classic illustrations and new illustrations. And so this is just came out for 2012. So any quick Q&A questions for me here before we start moving into the other room? Yes.
Is it available anywhere, like on Amazon or?
This is available exclusively on Robotech.com because you were brave enough to ask the first question. You win. Are they ready?
Okay, thank you so much.
No, they are. Be ready.
About how many minutes? Okay. A couple minutes. TV and the audio. Okay. Awesome. All right. So now, how many people want to ask a question? All right. Next good question. Yes, sir.
Is Lonely Soldier Boy on the 25th anniversary CD?
Not on this. It's an EP.
E-
EP meaning these are very focused individual releases based on what we've remastered and found. This one is focused on We Will Win. Because, let's see, but you know what, we found some stuff related to the Lancer music, the new generation stuff. We'll get around to that, but we're starting with Macross Saga. The next EP that we've got scheduled is called It's You. So there's alternate stuff related to It's You we found. Yes, sir. Let's move into the other room and get the real presentation started. Yes, sir. Next
So,
question.
does that have the Lancer version of We Will Win on it? Or is it just the Min-May?
Oh, no, just the Min-May versions.
Okay.
But we'll release that version too. Let's see, what else? Yeah, sure. Why don't you guys? Good questions. All right. Yes, sir. With the
I
beard.
may have come in a little late, but when is the schedule? What's the release date for
The release date?
Yeah.
Let's see. In terms of the soundtrack releases, we are wrapping up work on It's You. That next soundtrack release comes out either at the end of this month or sometime next month. So that's coming out any minute now. This one here, this is already out. Let's see, what else is already out? Oh yeah, calendar is already out. Do you want one?
I can't.
All right, here.
Could you mark these release dates in the calendar?
Oh, sure. That would have been a great idea, but it's a calendar, not a crystal ball. Actually, one nice thing that the calendars do have is we've taken many of the cast and crew, as many as we could contact in time before it went to press, and put in noted their birthdays as holidays. So yeah, so if you're curious whose birthday is when, you can actually find that in there. Yes, sir.
I guess we'll probably see it when we watch the screening of it, but how is this tied into, because most of the Robotech storylines, they were each tied in together by someone's kid or someone's, like in each saga. How is this new one going to be tied into the older story, the classic story?
Oh, that's going to be self-evident when you see it.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be like, oh, I get it. Yeah. So, would you like a calendar too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you prefer a calendar or a soundtrack?
Calendar.
Is your birthday on the calendar?
Is my birthday on the calendar? No, it is not. Because I'm not as I don't have the history like the other folks do. I mean, they've been there since day one in 1985. So that was our focus on this calendar. It's all the classic. But actually, we did take some comments about that. Why not add some of the newer folks who have worked on it more recently? All right. Yes, sir.
I've two questions actually. Is there a new Mosquito video with Long Live Live? Is that it's like a music video? Is that over here or is that overseas?
That's actually a really good question. It would have been nice if I had heard about that. We would have worked something like that into our documentary.
You haven't heard about that?
Huh?
You haven't heard about that?
Oh, no, I've heard about it.
Okay.
Yeah, but, we'll actually, we'll cover that in the documentary portion very soon. So.
And one other question, that booklet,
Yeah.
is that only available in China or is that going to be coming
Which one?
That book, art?
Oh, this book. The graphic novel?
Yeah.
Yeah, this version is presently a Chinese edition. There is a US edition from the Stars. You can order it on Amazon. Right now, in terms of future trade paperbacks, because of the decline of printing throughout the industry, we see that as less likely to occur in the immediate future. Right now, with the growth of electronic publishing, we think that's probably more likely to happen. Because right now, if you've noticed our new, publishing schedule over the course of the last year, we've actually been starting to move books from the print medium into the electronic medium, such as re-releasing the entire Robotech saga in ebook form from Del Rey. I don't know if you're aware of that. So if you guys are iPad users, you can download the books that cover the entire 85 episode saga through iTunes right now.
Are you talking about the novels or the comics?
Oh, we're talking about the novels, but
yeah.
I'm saying that the same thing is also happening with comics. Is if you look at the industry, all print numbers are just on a downward decline, and all electronic publishing numbers. That's really the one section of the comics industry that's still growing. They're ready. Welcome everybody to the Robotech panel at AOD. Thank you for allowing this whole shift in the room whole thing. And actually, if you didn't notice, based on some of the question and Q&A in the other room, I was actually madly revising the presentation today so that we'll cover some more of your questions. Anyway, I am Tommy Yune, work as a creative director at Harmony Gold on the Robotech series. Also, we have here, is Long still here?
Yep.
Oh, and we have Longbow, artist on Robotech from the Stars. And he's also co-founder of these various online companies tied to the anime industry, Guy Online. He did a really great thing for us on Lil Omi. And also here this weekend, though not exactly in the Robotech universe, is Ken Pontak. I'll be doing a panel with him tomorrow on writing for animation. And in remembrance, I'm glad that you all got to see the documentary, Carl Basics Robotech Universe, showing how what an adventure it was just putting Robotech together. And let's see. Here's some of the footage of the making of the process. This is Steve Kramer, the script editor of the series, in green screen, recording the documentary for Keith Maxwell. And there's a gentleman who mixed 3 different accents into Captain Global.
Yes.
All of the above.
Yes.
Greg Finley. And there we go. And so it's now available from A&E Home Entertainment. We're really grateful that they actually picked up the rights to this, along with the rest of the Robotech series. A long time ago, home video used to be, for Robotech, used to be really hard to collect. Like it used to be across over 40 episodes of VHS tapes. Either you could get 2 episodes per tape, or 6 episodes edited badly, if you remember this. And it was very hard to collect. Then it got easier in the past decade, where, you know, for $300 compared to the cost of VHS, which was a deal, you could get all 21 DVDs, you could get about 450 minutes of extras. But now, available since October 18 of last year, we've got the A&E set, which has all of the episodes digitally remastered and over 10 hours of extras. One thing that actually worked out quite well, which is Black Friday pricing. Ever since it went on sale from last year's Christmas season, generally retailers have been selling DVDs very aggressively this past holiday season, and you've been seeing it usually on sale for about half price. And I do know that the whole during the Black Friday period, it was going for as low as about 30-something odd dollars. So this is really the most affordable way to get into Robotech now. And the extras that come with it are now pretty extensive. Like, and also the work on it. Oh, let me bring the lights down. So this is the light switch, or that right here. Yeah. Maybe a little more than that.
That's better.
Oh, that's, can you just bring it up so I can, right there, perfect. This is a good example of the quality of some of the remastering work we were doing for the extras. One of the comments we got with the ADD set was that the episodes themselves look pretty good with the remastering work done, but the extras were awful, to look at in contrast. And so this is one of the segments which was in the worst condition, which was the Sentinels promo. And this was the condition that was in at the time. And this was the remastering work we had done on it. And here you see the split screen. And also the framing improved. Like on some scenes, because of the way the capture from film to tape occurred back then, a lot of picture was lost. And so here you'll see how much more of the picture we get from before. And here, let me show you a little example of the work that went into the